I'm in downtown Asheville. Just came from mother-in-law's house on Riverside Drive. Today I'm going to do the, I call the Three Sisters of Asheville, which are Town Mountain Road, Elk Mountain Road, and Ox Creek. Those are like the legit downhills in the Asheville area, at least in town.
Everyone loves Elk Mountain. I have a tattoo I want to get of Elk Mountain, and the Blue Ridge Project was originally Elk Mountain's profile. Elk Mountain is just the perfect low traffic, flowy, long downhill road. It's awesome. In complete contrast, Ox Creek is this scary, fast, not a lot of turns, just straight downhill road. I've hit 65 on a bicycle on Ox Creek for reference, and I don't know a lot of people that downhill it, and I've always kind of tried to avoid it, but I want to address my fears and try it today.
Now we're skating behind Cox Avenue. I used to work at the Minerals Research Lab down here.
You can characterize Asheville as a place with lots of narrow roads and not a lot of bike paths, which makes it bad for your average distance skater, but if you can go to the mountains, it's perfect.
There's Dirty Jack's. That was where I used to go after work to get some drinks. Now we gotta skate up towards Town Mountain, Elk Mountain, and all the other cool mountains, which are kind of north of downtown.
If you live in Asheville proper, it's really not too bad getting around though. There's a lot of back roads you can do to avoid traffic that feels safe.
So that's Town Mountain Road up there. As the name suggests, Town Mountain Road goes into the town and it's the busiest mountain. So I'm going to take a little shortcut past the Grove Park End and show you that. Those are actually apartments. Crazy, right? Going up Cherokee Drive right now, which gets you up to Town Mountain Road. I don't know if you can tell from the camera angle, but Cherokee Drive is steep as crap, but at least there's no traffic. So, all these tiny roads, this is where I learned to skate. It's like an awesome place. Tons of just tiny mountain roads. All the way down there is downtown Asheville, where we came from. Alrighty, this is Old Toll Road. It's been a bit of a landslide. Hurricane Helene has really done a number on just about everything around here. The mountains are a little bit better than, you know, low down or everything flooded, but I think you're gonna see the higher we get, the more the wind damage takes over instead of the flood damage. Oh, that was ice. Good to know.
The skate was actually deceptively cold with it being 25 degrees outside. The downhills got a little chilly. Unlike out west, the Appalachian Mountains are lower elevation, but pretty similar actually elevation change from base to top. They're just not on a plateau. That means though that there's lots and lots of roads everywhere, and that means less traffic, which makes it just the perfect place to find lots of downhills.
Finally, away from the city. Some people like bird watching, some people like car spotting. I like finding good, banked, twisty roads. Oh. So this is the top of Town Mountain Road. At the very end, there's a top light because, you know, one of the lanes collapsed. So Blue Ridge Park right down there is closed, which means I'm gonna have to turn around and go the long way, which I knew, but it's gonna be a long day. Gotta save the legs for the real downhills. This Town Mountain downhill is pretty chill.
What I really want to touch on in this video, I guess, is that, yeah, endurance is uncomfortable, going uphill is uncomfortable, and people love that. But for some reason, some people find the discomfort associated with skating downhill something they don't want to do with. But I want you to realize it could be a transcendent thing. It can free you. It can give you so many more places to skate if you just give it a chance.
I didn't really come here with the intention of doing downhill, so I'm on the supersonic. I set it up as best I can for downhill, but it's like super sloppy. The hood cups are worn out. I don't know when it's gonna start, getting some wobble from that slot. Never said I'm a downhiller. I'm more like a guy who likes going down hills. Does that make sense? So, came from there, skated along the river to there. Downtown's right there. Skated back through to this neighborhood. There's the university where I used to live. And then now, I skated up here, came from down there, and we're going over there.
Well, a lot of my emphasis is on, ultra endurance racing, uphill skating, all this endurance stuff. What really, I think, makes longboarding so unique compared to other sports is just the feeling of having your 2 feet on a board and it knowing what you're thinking. The skill and the improving your skills is really what makes longboarding so fun.
Oh my god. That was ice.
Really, at the end of the day, what I'm looking for in a hobby is to get exercise and to have fun. And I just don't think there's many other ways you can combine that as well as longboarding in the mountains.
Fucking stick. So glad I have the big wheels. We've gone all the way up and downtown Mountain Road. Now we're headed to Elk Mountain through the neighborhood. We're skating down Kimberly Road now. I used to live on Edgewood Road, right off of Kimberly, and it connects all the little local urban mountains. All right, took off my jacket for the long climb. Now we're headed up Elk Mountain. She doesn't have a lot of curb appeal at first, but ends up being a really long, really steady climb, which I skated and biked like countless times. Going up there. I've always thought of this as like enduro skating. If I was going up one mountain, sure, I'd go fast. But you also got to make it down. And you want to have fun. Kind of like a biathlon or something. Halfway up Elk. This is where the downhillers usually park, but it's only half the fun. There's downtown. You can barely see it.
I know I harp on this a lot, but you can skate uphill pretty fast if you're in shape. It's not much slower than a bicycle. In fact, I usually pass a couple bikes going up Elk Mountain.
Whew. Top of Elk. A lot less trees than there used to be. pretty crazy. It's a lot of wood. Kind of a fire hazard. Crazy. Alright, you're going down to the parkway and onto Ox Creek. I don't know how much I'm going to film that one. It's kind of scary. You gotta be careful for all these landslides. Ox Creek's kind of the big scary. It's so steep, so fast, so little turns. I'm gonna have to take it really slow because I don't really know what sort of debris is on it. That little snow cap though, it was beautiful. Man, I can't believe all these trees though. Normally I'd try to tuck and look stylish, but I'm kind of trying to play it safe here. Stopping for a breather. Pretty. I actually like Ox Creek a lot. It's a nice, steep, quiet road. I like it a little bit better for biking. It's kind of steep for skating up. You'll see in a second.
Ironically, when I try to get people into longboarding, I think this downhill, top speed stuff is really what stops them the most, not having brakes. And the reason you don't have brakes is because you haven't learned to properly foot brake or slow yourself down. And that's something I wish more people would learn. If you just learn how to foot brake and become comfortable doing that at speed, everything is survivable. Everything is pretty safe at that point. Just commit and keep your weight forward to not get speed wobbles.
We made it to the bottom. That wasn't so bad. Gotta put away all my stuff. I'm gonna get hot going up. Ox Creek is the worst. I think it's 12% average, peaks of 25. Terrible. I've been shimming
Beer cans.
there. Pivot's too worn out for the fit anymore. So you shove
Beer cans.
in between the pivot and the base plate. Look at all that. No slop.
Beer cans.
For the win. Sorry, not a bottle cap. It's held together with beer cans. Now I just have to go up Ox Creek. When you're going up steep, 10% gradients, the main thing I focus on is switching feet frequently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Okay, I gotta stop talking now. Still pretty steep. 10% sucks. I would not recommend you look out to skate 10% hills. Almost done with Ox Creek. Look at that, we're in a real mountain. Love it. Doesn't it make you happy to be on a real mountain? It's like the dream of all longboarders, isn't it? But I get, not everybody has to do downhill. That's why I do it in a kind of lame way, but I still enjoy it. Even if it's not like crazy free riding. Woohoo! We made it! Up Box Creek. I gotta go back up the backside of Elk. So down there's the parkway. Funny story. The whole idea behind the Blue Ridge Project, in case you're wondering what the name is, now that I live in Madison, Wisconsin, is I had this idea of a Blue Ridge Project where I skate the length of the Blue Ridge Mountains, up and down the mountains all in one go, kind of like a mountain ultra skate, to show people that longboarding isn't just a flatland sport, it's an everywhere sport, and it's a way to get around. So that's the Blue Ridge Project. A lot has changed since the hurricane happened, including the Blue Ridge Parkway being completely closed. Just need to take in some of the tree damage that's happened over here. It's really crazy. My legs are just completely shot at this point. We're going back down over there.
So yeah, this is the heart of the Blue Ridge Project. I wanted to show that you can skate up and down mountains with nothing but your own feet. But also that riding and what makes me the happiest is improving, whether that be endurance, improving my speed, or making yourself uncomfortable, just like endurance, and learning to deal with speed downhill, you know?
My legs want to cramp up so badly. Whew. This is, oh man.
So I'm going to leave you with this last advice on our last downhill. For you downhillers, try to get uncomfortable. Try some distance. It's pretty fun actually going uphill and then getting the reward of going back downhill. And for you LDPers, you got to focus on improving your speed downhill. And you don't have to do that very often. You don't have to do it in big steps. Just once in a while, don't foot brake when you're going down a hill a little bit more. Make sure you're uncomfortable. A little bit of discomfort is the only way to improve. You don't get any better at downhill by being comfortable the whole time. And you don't have to look like a downhill pro while you do it. You just have to do it so you enjoy it.
And that's Elk Mountain. You may ask, what am I gonna do now that I skated the 3 biggest mountains in Asheville all in one go? And that is, I'm gonna go to Petco, because the cats need food. Bye.